press that reset button. They're going to start the second one on their own serve. Can they make the most of it?
Gotta love that blingage. Always been a fan of gold jewelry. Love to see a little fashion included in sport.
Nope.
ATP attempted but fails there, Pekau. The finger goes up instantly from George Wall. You have to call your own line calls.
0-0-1.
And that's what George does right there on the left towards the bottom. He says it's out.
A lot of nobility in this game, where trust plays a big factor. You see that in kabaddi as well, where you do call it yourself, and that just shows that makes the referee's job a lot easier. And if all else fails, then you always have a couple of reviews.
Well, one job that's certainly not been easy at all is the referees. He's had some really tough calls. He stands tall. He's done a great job over the last 3 days, Mr. Byron Fresso, our chief referee. But yes, trust an important factor in this sport. Players make their own calls. At the kitchen, it's predominantly where you'll hear the chief referee making the calls. But towards the sidelines, the baselines, you see the players make those calls.
Finally, feeling the vibes there on Roman and Pace team, who've not had much reason to celebrate through this particular
0-1-1.
game at least. Both have individually played fantastically through this tournament. Remember, multiple games, multiple categories. It's been a long few days for them, and it's only getting started. We're literally midway through today and tomorrow, the big day, Championship Sunday, where all of the winners will be announced and those big trophies will be in somebody's hands.
One 0-1. Yeah, okay. So, right here, right. Turn all day. 1-0-2. Yeah.
The Aussie duo of George Wall and Danni Townsend winning the first game. They continue to keep pressing forward in the second one as well. You see the 21-year-old Danni Townsend, full of energy, fully focused. And alongside her partner George Wall, the captain of the Major League Pickleball team in Australia. Lots of experience. When you play a league as big as that one, bring that wealth of knowledge right here. You want to soak in the pressure. These are different conditions. But as Australians, you also have to deal with a lot of heat. It's not always pleasant when it comes to the weather. Speaking of a Grand Slam, the Australian Open itself, so hot. So many of the tennis players struggle with the heat when it starts. At the start of the year in January, you see how much demanding it gets at that first slam of the year for the body. Tests your endurance, and another racket sport here where these two Aussies are looking to dominate. They've got off to a good start, 1 foot in the semi-final.
Wow. Just watching that rally gave me vertigo, just So much pace, intensity, back and forth, as you can see on your screen there. Giddy.
1-1-1. Yeah!
Hoping Chin may recover soon from that rally. The giddiness visible here in the commentary booth. Let me take over for a bit while he catches his breath and he recovers from his giddiness. Because I'm sure these high intensity rallies are not going to stop. There's a long day ahead and there's lots of thrillers coming our way with the quarterfinal, semi-final action heating up. Take a look at how intelligently she sends it cross court there, Danni Townsend. She had the option available to go for the ATP. The fancy shot not attempted. Play safe. Avoids the risk.
That's what snipers are taught in military school. Aim small, miss small. And, well, clearly applies in this sport as well.
Side out.
You can see how all four of them are so mindful of not
1-2-1.
wanting to step on that kitchen line. The darker shade of the blue is called the non-volley zone or the kitchen. Can't enter or you will end up losing the point. If it's your serve, you end up awarding the serve to your opponent. And if it's on your opponent's serve and you as a receiver have entered the kitchen, then the opponent serving wins it. You only win points on your serve, basically, essentially.
And just to add to what Sarthak said, even a line touch, as he says, 1% touch is 100% not your point.
No way. Side out.
And haven't we seen quite a few of those, Chinmay, already, that 1% touch can become such a battle. You've been in between one of those yesterday. Wasn't it really
Second serve.
getting dramatic? So many close calls, but one of them yesterday, it really went
2-1-2.
the distance in terms of drama and thrill.
Beautiful rally, spread out through the court. We saw it starting in close quarters from the kitchen area and then move back. But good to see that the game is looking alive now. Don't want every game to get over,
3-1-2.
every match round to get over in 2 games as Roman takes serve.
Side out.
The speed on that, forcing the error from the paddle of Pekao there.
1-3-1.
They'll be happy with the start in the second game, Pei and Roman. At the top of your screen, you see Pekao in the white, Roman in the grey jersey. Now, on the right there, it's the Aussie duo right there. George Wall on the right, Danni Townsend next to him. They're the ones who won the first game. For all the viewers joining in now, they're looking to win this into a total of 3 games. Each game, 11 points. Down the middle with that roar that come on from Danni Townsend. The 21-year-old is in red hot form at the moment on championship court. Here, let's go. The Aussies are getting vocal, enjoying themselves. You hear the come on, the let's goes a lot more now in the second game. They are being tested. Not as much as they were in the first one. The lob this time, Roman pounds that one away. The smile on his face returns. And you want to see Pekao smile as well. She's someone who's An absolute delight to watch, always a happy character. In a tough spot at the moment.
Side out.
Yeah.
3-4-1.
Come on.
Second serve. 3-4-2.
Wow, on the foot there in the end, forcing the error. Chinmay won't be speaking for a bit because the vertigo will continue. That's how much of a thriller this rally session turns out to be, and it continues.
Loving every second of it though. My head is not right in the right place, but what a game to watch.
Also, three of our athletes
5-3-1.
with such lovely caps. The only one not wearing one is Roman. Let's give him a cap. The style quotient missing on the head there.
6-3-1. Point. Timeout by receiving team. 7-3-1. 1 minute.
In comes a time out. So a breather for all of them. We haven't seen a lot of timeouts today, interestingly.
Something US fans would enjoy. Always good when the game is as uninterrupted as possible.
Fifteen seconds. Receiving team, you have 1 timeout remaining. Serving team, you have 2.
Here we go then. After the timeout, Danni Townsend, the 21-year-old, ready to serve. The Aussie duo
7-3-1.
looking to close this in 2. Has to be one of the best hand battles we've seen throughout the tournament. How did they manage to keep that going? Unbelievable.
8-3-1.
And you see Sarthak generally never takes sides, never this big with his praise, and if it's impressed him, it must have been good.
Second server.
In particular, how Pekau kept sending those back. The wrist control, just the hands there doing the job for her. But all 4 of them have, without a doubt, raised the bar at the kitchen.
Point.
And this will also help you understand how table tennis similarities show up here. What Pekau is doing is so much similar to what you'll see in table tennis. Hence, you can say it's a pickle of Lawn tennis, table tennis, squash, badminton, not so much squash, but yes, all elements of racket sports combine and give us this sport called pickleball.
And of course a little bit of chess, as you keep loving to remind me, brother.
Point game match, Townsend and Wall.
Point game match, says Byron.
Congratulations.
And the Aussies are through to the semi-finals.